Delicious, inexpensive, storable with a 15-year shelf life in most cases. What is it? It is shire.efoodsglobal.com. Try a bite or order with all your might, straight from the site. You can even get free samples there. Or let Kurt and Auburn hand you some. shire.efoodsglobal.com.
In 1917, the U.S. empire was something of a threat to some parts of the world, but not near as big a threat as these folks. And these folks.
Ever hear of Nikolai Lenin? He was the first leader of communist Russia.
As bad as things have gotten lately, stateside, it's easy to forget. Big U.S. government has not always been the primary threat to humanity. I'm not even convinced it's always been the biggest threat to Americans. Historically, there have been times where there have been much bigger dangers. Wicked foreign powers, natural calamities. So it will be again. The federal menace will eventually ease, and humanity will face some new deadly challenge. That's the history. But I think this threat history will veer off into an unusual direction during the 21st century. There will be a new kind of technological threat to humanity. It won't be something like this, probably. It'll be something more like this. Or this.
The world is a very simple place at first.
I think that the series Dollhouse comes closest to capturing what this threat might look like. In Dollhouse, individuals attain the ability to imprint other individuals with selected personalities. In the series, it's more corporations and individuals who get the power rather than governments. But in theory, it's certainly possible that some technology could come along in the future, so dangerous that it becomes a threat to humanity, even in the hands of average people. Maybe rather than a brain wiper, it would be something more like a perfect drug. Larry Niven's wire heads, for instance, were important figures in his science fiction novels. They would plug into some sort of electric current that made them feel happy all the time. They never got anything done. And there were the aliens in Star Trek that wanted to create happy illusions for the crew to keep them prisoner. Werner Vinge had a sci-fi novel where individuals had the power to destroy continents. Average people. And of course there's Stephen Hawking's theory that humanity as we know it will artificially evolve into a post-human state during this century or the next. The thing to remember as all this future unfolds is that aggressive government solutions will just make the problem worse. A technological problem requires a technological solution, not a political one, generally. Guess we shouldn't get too focused on how to solve those far distant problems when we've got a bigger one right now in Washington. But I think it's worth remembering that we are operating in a long-term environment. The main problem we have right now will eventually be mitigated and then replaced.
shire.efoodsglobal.com.